Think an ex-con doesn't deserve to be happy?
Who is this?
The SAT, the Special Assault Team.
Date?
That body. My father found it.
Oh, you came. Good.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to more the Somnium Files nirvanA initiative. I'm glad you came, and so is Mama. Last time we reached an ending, where Gen actually ended up dying. We found half of Jin Furue in his freezer, the one that's been locked this whole time, the one that I've been wanting to get into. And there was like an implied, not relationship, but feelings between Amame and Gen. I'm still not too sure how I feel about that, but I'm just gonna ignore it. And yeah, by reaching that ending, we unlocked a lock that we had hit on one of the paths that we took, the one that was all like weird and wacky. So that is what we have come back to. Yeah, I guess we're gonna continue. I don't remember exactly what was happening the last time that we were on this path, but I don't think we were headed to Marble. So I don't know why we're here. This kind of like keeps up with the weird and wackiness of like what is happening on this particular timeline.
Want something to drink? With water? On the rocks? You don't have to be shy. It's on me. It's such a bizarre case, the HB serial killings. That being said, the facts are fairly straightforward. Pointing out a culprit can't be too hard. Do you already know?
Do you already know? I mean, do they mean... Hold on.
Terror. Who are they, really?
Okay. Terror. Specifically terror, that would be Uru. We pretty much know that as a fact, right? We've literally seen Uru's face behind the terror mask. But there's still the question of like who killed Uru. Like we don't know that part yet, because Uru is dead or is going to die or was dead. I'm not sure where we are right now. I'm not sure where this timeline is. I think it's in like the past. So maybe, I guess Uru's still alive, but then who ends up killing him in the... Anyway, it's Uru. Uh-oh, we're actually... Okay. Ah. We're actually answering. Jin, Tokiko, Mama. Or Uru. Yeah, Uru.
Right. Uru. We know he killed at least 3 people.
3? Is there not 4? Jin, Chikara, Tokiko, and Komeiji? Do one of them...
Jin Furue, Chikara Horadori,
Uh-huh.
Andy's Komeiji.
And Tokiko.
But why did he kill them?
Is Tokiko not dead yet? Did she not die yet? Maybe she's still alive? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she is still alive at this point. I don't know.
What was his goal?
why did terror kill them? Well, they were being horrible people. But I think there's also, like, there might be another reason, too? I'm not too sure on that one, but I think it's because they were being terrible on him. They were taking parts from him and using it for Jin. Chikara was, like, awful. Komeiji specifically, like, got in his way. Komeiji, like, tried to blackmail him because, you know, Komeiji's really smart. To build schools in Africa. You know what? I didn't think about that, but yes, that's true. But was it also for the nirvanA? Like, to get revenge matches up with what I said. But was it also for the nirvanA initiative? Now I'm, like, confused. Because they liked Tokiko. And, like, everything that she was saying about knives and stuff like that. Now I don't know what it wants. Aren't these both true? I'm gonna answer for the nirvanA initiative, but the correct answer might be to get revenge. Like, I don't know what.
That's right.
Okay.
The nirvanA initiative. The loony plan to have humans reach moksha.
See, but, like, weren't they chosen specifically because he was mad at them?
That's why Uru killed the three of them. We can put aside the little details for now.
Or completely? Is that just hand waving, being like, you don't need to know everything, just accept what we're telling you.
The most concerning aspect of the whole thing is the time difference. The left and right sides of the victims were found 6 years apart.
Okay, so where is Tokiko? Why was Tokiko not included in those? Tokiko did die. Did something different happen in this path that I'm just, like, not considering? But the fact that they're acknowledging that there was that 6-year gap. When is this happening? I'm so confused.
Regarding the first,
and why aren't we saying anything?
The facts are already in. 6 years ago, on February 10th.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad it's, like, going over these things. I'm not gonna write the information down because I haven't been so far. Why should I start? So it's nice that they're, like, saying all this stuff again because it's been quite a while. February 10th.
Furaway's body fell from the ceiling of Devita.
Mm-hmm.
And this year, 5 days ago, also on the 10th,
mm-hmm.
Uru Somizuki's left half was found at the stadium, not Jin's.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Uru is dead. Who killed Uru? If Tokiko's alive, was it Tokiko? Because Tokiko wasn't included.
Plastic surgery and complete organ transplants. It fooled the investigators into thinking they were the same person. But what about the other victims? Chikara, Komeiji, Tokiko. How do you explain those three?
Okay, now even what they're saying is confusing. Because now they're saying that Tokiko is one of the ones who died. But specifically before they said who did, like, terror kill. Does that mean Tokiko was not killed by terror? So who killed Tokiko? Are there two people out here murdering people? Is the person who killed Tokiko the one who killed Uru? Like, what? Huh? Yeah, those ones make sense. Uru and Jin, like, appearing years apart because they're two different people. They just look the same. But these three... Why wasn't I... What?
You have good intuition. You might already know.
What? Why did it seem like their bodies appeared after 6 years passed? Because Tokiko made miracles happen. Yeah, the timeline was not in the correct order. Seems like it's probably the answer, but Professor Brown created a time machine. Ryuki and Mizuki were hallucinating. Yeah, I think it's the timeline thing, because that matches up with me being like, we're in the past. Like, some of that stuff was actually happening in the past. So that means, okay, if that's what they're saying, and that's what is actually right, then wait, how... This is confusing. So Jin was killed 6 years ago. Uru was the one who's killed, like, in the future or present, I guess, now. Then everyone else also died in the past? Or did Tokiko also die in the future? Like, was that a thing that happened in the future? Because it said... It didn't include Tokiko in with the other people that it said that Uru killed. So does that mean she was killed alongside Uru? Rather than by him? But yeah, the timeline was not in the correct order. For what reason other than to make it confusing? I don't know. Are they going to give another explanation?
Right. In other words, it's not like that. It's like this.
Okay, let me actually look at what it's showing here. So does that mean... were some of these ones where we were playing as Ryuki? Because I'm trying to think of instances where we could have, like, been... I know the ones where we were actually in the past. Like, those ones were more clear, but were there instances where we thought we were in the past where we were actually in the future? Because that would be a little bit harder to do, since there are specific characters who do look different. There's Mizuki, there's Kizuna... Iris, Ota. No, wait, did Ota look different? I guess, yeah, he did, right? I don't remember. It's been so long since we've seen Iris and Ota. They're, like, basically not in this game.
This is the timeline that you actually experienced.
But why?
The red and blue lines are intertwined, almost like DNA. You started on the red line from the top, and then followed the blue line, which led you to this point.
Okay, but why? Why do it that way?
You've traversed 4 X's. The left side is 6 years ago, and the right side is this year.
The left side is 6 years ago. The right side is this year. So... when we're playing as Mizuki, are we actually... like, I don't understand. Because there's an older Mizuki and a younger Mizuki and also a masked Mizuki. How many Mizukis are there?
To make things easier, we'll call the left side past and the right side present. In other words, you came here, jumping back and forth between past and present, a day at a time, all to end up here.
I do hope that they actually have a reason for this other than to make it confusing, because if it is just to make it confusing, it's kind of I don't know. It's kind of annoying that they have to like sit and explain it to you. Like, look, this is what we actually did.
Now do you understand?
I understand it. I still don't know
Chikara's
why.
right half was found the night of the 11th, in the past. His left half was found the next morning. Komeji's right half was found on the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
His left half was found the next morning at 6 a.m. 6 years have passed, and now we're here.
Okay, so it is that Tokiko and Uru died in the future.
In the present, Tokiko's right half was found on February 12th.
Okay, so when we were playing as Ryuki there, we were in the future. The present, quote unquote.
The next day, a little past midnight, her left half was found in the basement of Horodori Institute.
So was the old Mizuki we were playing as supposed to be the masked woman? Is that what it's implying? No, that doesn't make sense. I still don't know.
Long story short, the left and right halves
Maybe it does
weren't
make
found
sense.
6
I
years
just don't know.
apart.
I don't understand.
They were all found soon after each other. Nothing supernatural here.
Okay. This is a chart that shows the flow of the story in chronological order. The true flow chart can be checked from the menu. Got it. Okay. Wait, now I'm actually confused. Okay. These are both in the present? Okay. Six years ago. I'm just kind of trying to see if I can, like, I don't know, see anything that's weird. I feel like I'm not gonna get anything from this. It's... Okay. See, okay, so I was correct in that whenever the rocket launched, we did go back to the past. So I'm glad that that part was correct. So this part was also in the past. Yeah. Wait. So this is when Leon and I were investigating the basement, but isn't that where we found Tokiko? And then it shows that so were we in there twice? It's a little bit confusing. Okay, this was in the present, so yeah, whenever Shoma went into the Ferris wheel or whatever. And that's the path. Okay. What am I supposed to do? Switch flowchart? Okay. Now what? Back? Okay, I was like, what does it want me to
Anyway,
do?
that's just my genius analysis.
Okay.
Oh, but I know what you're gonna say.
Do
There's
you?
still tons of things that can't be explained, right? Especially, who killed Uru and Tokiko?
Yeah, that is what I was talking about.
Jin, Chikara, Komeiji.
Do I think I know who did it? Honestly, the like only person that's been weirdly suspicious and has been acting weird is Ryuki. Like, we still don't quite have an explanation for his little episodes, right? So I guess, without thinking too hard about it, that would be my guess.
It was Terror, Uru, who sliced these three in half. But then Uru was killed in the present, February 10th. Tokiko's body was found after that. So who killed Uru and Tokiko?
Are you gonna actually ask me?
Well, I'm sure this mess will be cleared up soon. By Mizuki, her friend, and by you, Freya.
Okay, it's actually supposed to be talking to us. I was kind of wondering that because I was like, it's not showing Mizuki. We're not saying anything.
So anyway, good luck with the rest of your investigation. I'll be cheering you on.
Okay.
Huh? Who was I just talking to?
Oh, who are we just talking to? The game devs?
Maybe I've had a bit too much to drink.
The writers of this. We were actually talking to the writers of this. They were like, here, let us explain what we've done because we know it's too confusing to just like actually put it in any meaningful way into the story, like to just fit it in. So we have to like have a little explanation scene, you know? And then they also go like, they also had a line where they said, that's just my genius analysis, as though, like, isn't it genius how we did this? And it's just really funny to think about the writers being the one to put that in, like, man, aren't we smart?
It's awfully cold tonight.
So it was just for no reason? I don't know if I like that. Oh, hello. We've been here before.
Hey, about Kizzy. Are you sure she's okay?
Don't worry. I made sure she's fine.
So this is after Kizuna and Lien drove off? Because that's when we found out who the masked woman was. Also, what eye do you have? Who's your companion? Kizuna went missing. Last night, around 11 o'clock, Richi Chieda, her father, contacted me. Aiba and I started our search for Kizzy. After a while, I got a call on my phone. It was from her. She told me to meet her here at Iowan.
So, that makes us sisters?
What?
We're not the same age, but we're like identical twins. We have almost the same genes.
That's crazy. I'm a copy of you.
Don't say it like that.
But I'm your clone, right?
Technically, yes. But our DNA isn't exactly the same. My genome was rearranged. Your DNA was modified on top of that, which is why you don't have the symptoms I have.
Okay. So then we were playing as her at some points, because there was that point where we had like heart problems suddenly, and that was in the past, right? So I guess that answers that.
Basically, you're an upgrade. The perfect version of me.
Don't say it like that.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, so they had Aiba for a while. That means, like, and they have another eyeball, presumably, right now. That means that they know people, like, they work for ABIS. Like us. I'm wondering if maybe, like, this is, the only other, like, person that it's, like, who is that? It's been referenced multiple times, is Boss's daughter. So is this supposed to be Boss's daughter? Hello. I was raised at Iowa too.
Yeah, the same as me. When I was 6, you were born at Horadori Institute and sent here. I'm guessing they thought it was too difficult to raise you at the Institute. I remember the day you arrived like it was yesterday. You were still a baby. But the moment I saw you, I got this feeling. I started bawling my eyes out. The people at the facility didn't know we were related. Makes sense. They were told we were from 2 different places. But we're both named Mizuki, and we looked really similar.
They named them the same. Why?
So to make it easier, everyone started calling me Big Sis. They called you Mizuki.
What happened after I arrived at Iowa?
They took me to Horadori Institute every so often for examinations. Well, I say examinations. I mean human experiments. I don't think you remember, but they did terrible things. I remember getting shots with needles as big as boba straws. My time with Horadori Institute ended when I was 9 and you were 3. It shut down and we were finally free. That's about the time you were adopted by the Okiura family. But me? Well, I told you about me, right?
Did you? Do you want to
You were blind in
refresher?
one eye and had a heart condition. Right. So it was hard to find a family who would take me. Ultimately, it was Mr. Chieda, the chairman. So when you were 9, you were adopted by the Chiedas.
Mm-hmm.
I spent the next 6 years there. Up until I was 15, I lived under the same roof as Kizuna. I see. That's why she called me Big Sis.
What about after that?
You said something about an eccentric woman?
Yeah, I was adopted by her.
It has to be Boss,
Do
right?
you mean Shizue Kuranushi?
Yeah.
Boss.
Okay.
Which is why my name is Mizuki Kuranushi now. You think that sounds kinda lame, huh?
No, it's not that.
Why did Boss adopt you? That is not how she would ask it, but...
You know how we're stronger than everybody else? Maybe she thought I'd come in handy.
So she wanted to make you work for her.
Okay, that's kind of
I
weird.
don't know if that's the truth, but that's what she told me. Boss taught me how to fight. After she adopted me, she trained me hard every day. 6 years ago, when I was 18, I was hired as a top-secret member of ABIS. Boss wanted someone who she could rely on. Someone who would never betray her. She trusted me to handle the most sensitive situations.
Weren't we saying that there's something up with ABIS, though? So...
Basically, I'm like a ninja. Well, a kunoichi. Which is why my existence at ABIS had been hidden. The only people who know are Boss, Pewter, and Ryuki.
Ryuki knew?
Ryuki? Why? I wonder.
What is that supposed to mean? About February 6 years
It's
ago.
like I told you. I want to know who did this to me. I know that Chikara was the mastermind, but I want solid proof. That's why I was investigating him and his institute. Then, out of the blue, he gets killed. That's why I started following the HB case.
Uh-huh. I asked her about what happened back then. She told me the details of what happened on the 12th and the 14th. The 12th. Oh, right, because we weren't actually there. Got it. This is kind of nice. It's actually like showing it in a way that it isn't just looking at a timeline. The 14th.
What you have seen and heard cannot be shared with anyone. If you do, I will kill her. I have an abundant amount of money. Even if I were to die, the assassins I've hired would still find her.
I see. That's why you didn't talk about what happened 6 years ago. But I think it's okay to start talking now. Why? I was able to freeze all of Terror's hidden accounts. We don't need to worry about any assassins anymore.
Aiba, you don't remember anything from February 6 years ago, do you?
I do not. My body was destroyed in the explosion at the cathedral.
Okay.
The ABIS communication network was also offline, so there was no backup taken.
Got it. Why were you hiding your identity?
If I revealed myself to you, you would want to know everything. In one way or another, you'd find out. You'd find out that your genes were spliced. That your real parents aren't Renju and Shoko. I didn't want you to end up like me. I wanted you to live a normal life. As normal as possible, anyway.
I wanted you to live in a lie. I wanted you to not know anything.
Get a normal job, a normal husband, get married, start a family, live happily ever after.
Well, what if we don't want that?
A life like that. But if I showed up, I would ruin all that. That's what I thought, at least. I see.
Just knowing about stuff doesn't ruin your chances for, like, living life the way you want to.
But why didn't you tell me 7 years ago in November? I was already well on my way to an abnormal life at that point. Maybe that's true. By the way, I'm curious. Why were we given the same name?
Laziness?
I don't know. Maybe they didn't really care about the name. But wouldn't that make it harder to tell us apart at the Institute? I don't think they had any trouble. We had code names at Horadori Institute.
Also, one of you was a baby, and the other was 6 years old.
I was Mouse, and you were Rabbit. And you remember what they called us at Iowan, right? You were Big Sis, and I was Mizuki. Yeah. Is that what I called you? No. You were still little. You couldn't talk much. You just called me BB. BB? Yeah. BB, huh? Anyway, we've already spent enough time here. We shouldn't be wasting time like this. Good point. There's still tons we don't know about the HB case.
Is there tons? What is the tons that is left?
Follow me. I want to show you something. Huh? What is it? Oh, no. It's nothing.
What?
Let's go, BB.
Oh, I got an achievement. Why does it make a sound when I get an achievement now? Steam updated. Brahmin World Cuisine. Right. Uh-huh.
Ah! What the fuck? This is information overload. My brains are gonna flow out of my ears. Jeez, just relax. I can't just relax. What is this corpse doing here? And why are Kizzy and Leon here?
So Gan is dead? Where's Amame?
Oh, and most importantly, who the hell is this?
What? Isn't it obvious?
Wait, you're that stupid porno mag collecting old man.
No.
Yes.
Why are you dressed like that? Where is Genny? What are you doing here? And one last thing. Where have you been the past 6 years? Why didn't you try to contact me?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. We already had this explanation as the player, so...
I'm sorry, Mizuki.
Dude, take that off.
Okay. I think I kind of get it.
Wait, actually, at this point... Wait. Is Genny dead? Now I'm confused. I don't know.
6 years ago, Date lost his memory when the ceiling collapsed on him. Then he got captured by terror, but managed to escape.
And he's been wandering the Earth for the past 6 years.
5 days ago, on the 10th, he heard the news about Jin's body being found, and finally got his memory back.
That's right.
Okay. What? My voice reaches Date's brain right now. That's because there's a reception device in his left eye socket. You can mute me by turning it off, but that's a real hassle, so it's still on. This is the same for Mizuki Kuranushi. She hears my voice too. Mizuki Kuranushi is kind of long. I'll just call her BB. Alright, who are we talking to? I heard you went missing.
I am a little embarrassed to admit this, but Leon and I plan to elope.
What?
May I ask why?
Kizzy's father won't accept me.
He threatened to send Leon to prison if he continued to see me.
That's when I suggested that we run off together.
And I agreed.
So you two...
Yeah. They're both on the run for love.
But we don't know exactly where we want to go yet.
So we're just gonna hang out around the places that we usually hang out. That should be fine. No one will find us.
Right. We need some more time to think about it.
Did you tell Richie? Isn't the whole point not telling
I have
him?
told him that I am safe and sound.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you weren't kidnapped.
I am so sorry that I worried you.
Yeah. I'm sorry about all this, you guys.
About
I
BB.
suppose Big Sis has already told you everything. Big Sis and I lived in the same home for 6 years. But I never thought my Big Sis was my Big Sis's Big Sis.
So confusing.
Anyway, Mizuki Date, I will call you Little Big Sis from now on. And you, Mizuki Kuranushi, I will call you Big Sis.
Still, just as confusing.
Mizuki is BB's clone. Date already knows this. BB told him, but Kizuna and Leon don't know this yet. They think they're just sisters. Okay. You okay? Are you cold?
It is snowing outside, but do not worry about us. My heart is burning strong.
Why are you here?
I told you that we wanted to run away together.
And I wanted to be with Leon.
I got a call from my old pal Date.
I asked him to unlock something for me.
Right, okay, right.
Are you talking about the freezer?
No, I got that open on the 13th.
It was a different lock this time.
Oh.
Anyway, that is when we met with Date
Oh,
and the woman
okay.
he was with.
Alright.
The woman? I was there too.
About BB.
I've known her for a long time. She's a former coworker from back when I was doing bad stuff. Back then, I used to call her Quartz.
Hey, don't just blurt that out!
Mizuki's name comes from crystal. The kanji for crystal can be read as Mizuki.
Crystals are the solid form of silicon dioxide, a mineral. Most often recognized as quartz.
Wait, so you were in a Thieves Guild, BB? The snow isn't letting up. Don't change the subject.
What time is it? What?
Why do you ask?
No reason.
It is currently 4:25 a.m. Daybreak is close.
Okay. When did you find out about the corpse in the
Last
freezer?
night, Date called me out of the blue. He told me about the corpse. And how he was pretending to be Genny. And everything else he knew.
And where's the real Genny?
I don't know. Not here.
It's fine, I know where he is.
Okay.
Don't you have an idea too?
Do I? Everything's so confusing. I don't know. People have died and people have not been dead. BB.
But what? Oh, nothing. I just wanted to call you by that name.
Alright, Date. Let me just say one thing.
What? Do you have more insults to hurl at me for missing 6 years of your life?
No, it's not that. Maybe she just wanted to hear you say, Mizuki, you've grown so much, or something emotional like that.
Is he like standing on stilts? I feel like if he stood up, he would be taller than he usually is.
No, not that either.
Ah, right. For you, it's been 6 years. For me, it's different. I've been back for 4 days dressed like this. I've been watching you guys the whole time, so I don't really have anything sappy to say.
I told you it's not that.
I'm home. Welcome back. Is that what you wanted to hear?
Alright, okay. Let me try this again. Mizuki, I'm home.
Welcome back, Date. But that's not what I wanted to say. I threw away all your porno mags.
Alright, okay. Who is the corpse in the
Let's
freezer?
talk about it later.
What do you mean?
Trust me, if I explain it now, it'll only confuse you.
No, it won't. It only takes a minute. You just be like, that is half of Jin Furue. They were taking from someone named Uru Somizuki and adding it to Jin so that he could live. Bam. Boom. Explained. Why were you pretending to be
I
Genny?
know that Horodori Institute and Nyes are both caught up in the HB case. Gen was created at the Institute, and he was acquaintances with Tokiko. So, by borrowing his mask, I could snoop on Tokiko and other members of Horodori Institute.
But why do you still look like that here?
Horodori Institute and Nyes people come here all the time. Imitating Gen makes it easier to eavesdrop on them.
Okay. Why did you reveal your identity
To be
now?
honest, this has gotten way out of hand. I can't do this on my own. We need to work together to stop their plan.
Their plan?
Yeah, their nirvanA initiative. So first, I contacted Mizuki Kuranushi.
Date and I met 6 years ago.
Right. Yeah.
He knew how to get a hold of me.
I shared everything I had, and told her to find you, Mizuki.
To help stop them?
Basically.
Okay, I'll ask again. What's the deal with the corpse? Why is it in the freezer?
It's better that you see for yourself.
Let me just show you.
Another
Show.
corpse?
No, not one more.
Not one at all.
It's half.
Oh, are we going to see, Uru? The weird looking half?
So, you finished reading the file.
Yeah. Now do you understand?
Or wait, what? Okay, now I'm getting confused. I get the halves confused. Is that Jin or Uru? I don't remember.
Now you know whose left half is in the freezer. Jin. Jin Furue.
Yeah.
That's what he really looks like.
Uh-huh.
And this body?
Uru Somizuki.
Okay.
Terror.
I keep getting them mixed up in my head. I know that the one with dark hair is Jin.
He murdered 3 people 6 years ago. Jin, Chikara, and Andy's Komeiji.
So who killed him? When did you get here? Didn't we come here together?
Only a few hours ago, around 1 a.m.
I asked Leon to open the door to the staircase.
So the lock you mentioned earlier.
That's right. The lock to the staircase door.
That's when I asked them about
Right.
the plans to run away together.
Then the 4 of us headed down the stairs. Leon carried Kizuno down.
And that's when we found the corpse on the ritual platform.
Okay. How did you find
I used
out?
Marco's X-ray function.
Marco?
Marco?
Polo.
The name of my AI ball in my left eye.
Can I meet them?
He's pretty shy. He doesn't talk much.
I want to meet them.
Like someone else I know.
Excuse me. Are you talking about me?
Mm-hmm. I know Aiba really well. We were partners 6 years ago. When I was hired at ABIS, I was supposed to get Marco transplanted into my left eye. But he wasn't finished yet. So instead, I got Aiba. But Aiba and Date? Yeah, Aiba and Date were kind of fighting at the time. And I needed to see if I was compatible with an AI ball at all, so...
I see. I apologize. I do not remember anything from back then.
Because of the explosion, right?
Yes.
It's kinda sad. I made so many memories with you, Aiba.
Why were Aiba and Date fighting?
Well, you see, I was so preoccupied with my work.
No, it was because you tried watching VR porn while Aiba was still in your left eye.
That does sound like something that would make me very angry.
I do remember them talking
I
about
told you
that.
a million times, it was just a watermelon splitting video.
What happened up till now?
I wanted to ask Shoma about the genetic experiments, so I visited him.
And I looked like Gen, so it didn't raise any concerns.
He told me a lot.
About his body and his older sister. And about the hidden safe.
Right.
That's what we came here for. Wait, Shoma has an older sister?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah.
You know her well.
Kizuna and Iris's friend.
A mermaid at Sunfish Pocket.
A mame doi.
Really?
About Uru?
I can't really say anything more than what's in the file. Uru Somazuki. He's the child that was kidnapped from Iowan when he was 6.
It was Chikara and Tokiko who took him. They wanted to make him Jin Furue's donor.
So for over a decade, they did surgery after surgery, giving more and more of Uru to Jin. Half of his face, too.
The skin he lost was replaced by an artificial skin made of carbon chitin. Half his face was transplanted onto Jin's as well.
Right. And it was only half because Jin had a percent-shaped birthmark on the left side of his face.
Why couldn't they use the other skin on Jin? Did he just not want to look like that?
A holy symbol for the Order of Percent. It was considered sacred.
And Chikara, being a devoted follower, couldn't get himself to rip that skin off.
Which is why the left half of Jin's face was left untouched.
And after all those transplants, Jin's body ended up being cut in half.
6 years later, February of this year, Uru's body was cut in half.
Mm-hmm.
So what was discovered was Jin's right half and Uru's left half.
Jin and Uru are essentially mirror images of one another.
So when the police were identifying Uru's body, they got their DNA sample to compare against from Jin's organs.
And because those were originally taken from Uru, it naturally follows that they match.
So that's why...
That is the mistake that caused investigators to believe that they were the same person.
Yeah. Okay. Oops. You changed?
That outfit was so hard to move in. With the wireframe and all the stuffing.
Are Leanne and Kizzy okay? Leanne and Kizzy aren't here right now. We split up
They're
Brahmin.
not going far away, are they?
They should be fine. They said they were gonna think hard about where to go.
About Jin
I don't need
Furue.
to explain it. You should already know.
Jin Furue, the child of Tokiko and Chikara.
He was born with a rare and complicated disease. It caused inoperable tumors to grow in the right half of his body.
Jin might have had it worst of all. He got his first transplant when he was really young. I don't think he wanted to take organs from Uru. Remember what it said in Uru's diary? He said he wanted to apologize. I think he is referring to Jin. So you think the transplant was done against Jin's will?
I mean, knowing Chikara, yeah.
I'm not positive, but that's just the feeling I get. I've been wondering, 6 years ago, why did Uru cut the bodies in half? That was for the nirvanA initiative, right? Yeah, but what does that have to do with the plan? And speaking of, is the nirvanA initiative still happening? I mean, after all, Terror's dead.
Isn't the nirvanA initiative, like, bigger than just terror,
Right.
though?
The mastermind is dead. But you saw it. On the night of the 13th, on the rooftop of Misatan.
They did the... Yeah.
That was terror. It was definitely Uru's voice, but Uru should have been dead.
Perhaps his voice was recorded.
Either way, the rehearsal happened even after Terror died. Which means...
The main event will likely still happen as well.
Yeah, it's safe to assume it will proceed as planned.
But I still don't understand the full scope of the nirvanA initiative.
When? Where? How? We are completely in the dark.
Why don't you ask the culprit?
Huh?
Yeah, good idea. Hey, Uru, what's up with your plan, you asshole?
No, that's not what I meant. There are other culprits. Whoever killed Uru and Tokiko.
Exactly. Do we think there are multiple people who did that? Like one for each? Or is it just one person who killed both of them?
Do you believe they might know something about the nirvanA initiative?
I don't know for sure, but they at least might have some clues.
And do you have suspects now that we're all like talking and sharing information with each other like we should?
We don't have enough information yet. Looks like we're gonna need some extra help.
Help?
Over here. Come with me.
Hello?
There's nothing over here.
You would think that, right? But check this out.
Open sesame!
Yeah?
Marco, please.
That sure is a pathway.
What is this?
Do you like it? Erotic, isn't it?
What?
How is this in any way erotic?
Much more erotic than watermelon splitting.
Let's get going. Yeah.
Where is this leading? Oh.
What?
There's two sides to this chapel area. One was the one that collapsed. Oh, I see Ryuki down there. I see Ryuki down there.
What does this mean?
It means exactly what you see.
There are two cathedrals? That's right.
Mizuki, look.
There he is.
Ryuki.
I'm here too.
Tama.
How is Ryuki doing?
Terrible. It was a bad idea to show him this place.
Oh, I didn't realize we could all like talk to each other. I thought it was just if you'd used an eyeball before that you had a connection with them.
He's been like this for hours.
Okay. Ryuki! Are we just gonna shout? Why are you here? No, let's go with, are you okay?
He appears to at least be breathing.
Might not be if there was rope and a branch in here. This has been eating at Ryuki for the past 6 years.
Is it because he thinks that Date's dead? Because do we have news?
He regretted what he did and blamed himself. He betrayed Date and shot Mizuki Kuranushi with stun bullets. And what happened to Mizuki, Date, and Kizuna on top of that? Yeah, Terror detonated the bomb, but it was Ryuki who told Date about this place. If he never did, Kizuna and Mizuki wouldn't have been hurt. That's what's been plaguing him. He started drinking, which made the whole thing worse.
I don't care if he feels bad about it. I still don't forgive him.
Easy. He had his reasons.
I also implemented a self-destruct program. If I activate it, she'll be lost forever.
Why are you here?
Date called me.
Yeah. I told him to head over to the other cathedral.
Does that mean he saw Uru's corpse and Tokiko's file?
He did, yep. And then he came here through the hidden passage.
About Kizuna.
I heard. So she eloped, huh? It had nothing to do with the video. It was just Ryuki's active imagination.
What about the self-destruct program?
I was overhauled completely during maintenance a few years back, and that's when Ryuki opened up about what happened. I was overhauled completely during maintenance a few years back, and that function was deleted.
Why didn't you share this earlier?
I couldn't. Ryuki betrayed ABIS. He did something you can't come back from. I couldn't let anyone find out.
So you protected him.
It's the same reason I didn't upload the investigation data from 6 years ago. I made an oath. No matter what, I will protect Ryuki.
But Ryuki himself could have informed us sooner.
You should know why he didn't do that. Why he gave in to Terra's demands.
He wanted to protect his loved ones.
Wouldn't you do the same?
Hello? It's Ryuki. About
Do you
Ryuki.
hate Ryuki? Of course I do. I want to shove a pipe in his mouth and stir up his organs. 6 years ago, It made my heart condition worse. It affected my work. I can't investigate properly if I have to go to the hospital all the time. But when I heard you recently joined ABIS, I shadowed you. And February 10th, when you went to the stadium, I got there before you and found the corpse. At the time, I had no clue it was Uru's left half, but I knew it had to do with the HB case from 6 years ago. I told you before that the one thing I wanted was for you to live a normal life. I couldn't let you get caught up in this case. I had to stop you.
How would you think that we would be living a normal life working at ABIS? What?
That's why...
I see. You shot at Mizuki to dissuade her from finding the corpse.
Alright. I was like, what? Where is he? 2 cathedrals?
Marco, can you send Aiba the data?
Literally every time they say Marco, I'm like, Polo?
Marco, can you send Aiba the data?
How did I manage to do that?
Got it. Opening it. It is a cross-section of the 2 cathedrals.
I hope we get to hear from Marco. Are they saying like he's shy, doesn't talk a lot, just so that they don't have to make another model and have someone voice him?
You get it now? There's one on the east and one on the west.
Terror blew up the west one. This one, right here.
Which happens to be the same side Ryuki met Terror, what he called his execution chamber.
On the east side was Uru's corpse and Tokiko's file.
And that mysterious box.
The one connected to the Nice building is the east one. You can take the elevator up to the president's office.
Okay.
Ryuki, you made a mistake. But lying around here in all your misery isn't gonna fix anything. If you really regret what you did, solve this case.
That's what I'm saying. I actually don't know if I ever said that, but that's what I've been thinking.
That's the only way to atone. Ryuki, I remember one night we went out drinking. You told me about your little brother. You always talk about him when you drink. You made him a promise, right? You said, I'll become a hero of justice. If I've fallen, I just need to get back up again. You used to say it all the time. It doesn't matter how many times you fall. As long as you have a body to do it, you climb back up again. Come on, Ryuki. Climb above the debris. It doesn't matter if you're pitiful. It doesn't matter if you show vulnerability. You struggle, you crawl, and you make it back to the top. That's what we do. That's what makes us human.
You getting up?
Mr. Date. Everyone,
Ryuki, now's not the time to cry. Come climb up here.
You mean...
Don't get me wrong. I'll only forgive you after we solve this case. So...
Okay.
Now what? Now what? He gonna share all his information? Yeah. After that, we all shared information. See, this is what should happen at the start. Everyone should share the information that they have and then we can all solve it. Aiba, Tama, and Marco shared everything on the local network. Date received everything as well via the device implanted in his eye socket. Anything that wasn't recorded electronically, we shared verbally. Everything from 6 years ago, everything from this year. All the information, including Somnia, from top to bottom.
So, first thing on the agenda is stopping the nirvanA initiative.
When? Where? How? We don't know anything about it.
We should know everything except where. Tama shared all her data, right?
I did receive the information.
I didn't give it a close look. Ryuki, can you tell us more about the nirvanA initiative?
Yeah. I'll explain everything in order. First, Terror, Uru, created a video.
Go on.
Uru created 3 videos. QR video, nirvanA trial, and nirvanA X.
Man, it's been a long time since we actually, like, heard Ryuki talking normally. That it just, like, sounds weird now.
The QR video was the first.
The QR code on the signboard in Jin's body. That was a link to the video, right?
Right. So it was first made public 6 years ago, on February 10th. The motive was...
Merely a small part of my plan. It's the prototype.
There were stories about people who went missing after watching the video, but...
It's just an urban legend.
It was actually the second video that caused people to go missing. The nirvanA trial.
About the nirvanA trial.
It was uploaded on February 9th.
Back when Uru was still alive.
But what for?
I think it was a beta version of nirvanA X, the third video, for testing purposes for the main event.
Testing what?
There was a code, like BATS 490, in the nirvanA trial video. That code led to the Eastern Cathedral. The coordinates led to the staircase.
Yeah, but that door has tons of locks.
Right, but the staircase had another code. By solving that, you could collect the numerous keys located all over the city.
That sounds like a lot of work.
And those who did solve everything would be able to unlock the door to the Eastern Cathedral. Did you notice the box? Inside was a device that shot TC Purge. If you open the box, it triggers.
About TC
When
Purge.
it enters the brain, it can even overwrite the DNA structure inside neurons. It can make you see things, make you dance. It makes you do weird things over and over.
Alright.
And it spreads in the air. If this virus gets out somehow, the human race is in for a rough trip. Can you picture it? The whole world going crazy. People everywhere doing unpredictable things. Crazy things. Over, over.
I'll be honest. I contracted TC Purge.
Okay, right.
Because I opened the box.
But it's okay. Ryuki has developed a resistance to it.
That does make sense.
And he can't spread it either. Having said that, TC Purge is still a problem. Before the body develops a resistance, it can spread. Not to mention the neurons that are damaged can't be repaired.
That's why Ryuki was acting weird.
Is that what it looked like? When I was infected with TC Purge, my symptoms got worse. Disorientation, short-term memory loss, hallucinations.
He's been seeing hallucinations for 6 years now. The mental trauma of what happened to his brother.
Anyway, those who solved the code and opened the box contracted TC Purge.
Okay.
And as a result, they started acting strangely.
And now, there are people dancing and rioting in the streets. And a lot of suicides.
Doesn't that mean... Didn't we encounter one guy? The, like, Yakuza guy? Who was being weird?
I see. These people would have no motivation to return home.
That's why so many people went missing.
In other words, Uru's experiments were a success. He's dead now, but his plan is still alive.
I'm guessing his lackeys are carrying out the plan now, to raise the curtain on the main event.
Main event. Why is your voice so much louder than everybody else's?
I think I know what they're gonna do. They're gonna shoot the rocket somewhere.
With TC Purge on the warhead.
The rocket will explode.
And the virus will spread?
Yeah.
Most likely, yes.
Just get a really big umbrella and stand under it.
Tons of people will get
and you'll be
infected with TC
safe.
purge.
It will grow in their bodies.
And inevitably spread.
From one person to another.
If we do things that are beyond the comprehension of a designer, simultaneously, all around the world, bugs will start appearing everywhere.
This will lead all mankind to reach moksha, an emancipation from this fictional world.
That is the nirvanA initiative.
Even if this nirvanA thing turns out to be bullshit, the virus itself is a problem.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know if it will really cause glitches to appear or anything, but it'll be mass hysteria.
There is already an uptick in suicides.
When is the plan
The
gonna
final
happen?
video, nirvanA X, is already public.
There's a 7-digit number, which is probably a time and a date.
February 15th, 12 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Noon today.
Aiba, what time is it now?
7:55 a.m.
Alright, we're in a time crunch.
We barely have 4 hours left.
Where's it gonna happen?
Well,
we don't know.
My guess is the other letters that were in the video are some kind of code too. Maybe they point to a location.
Get some smart people on it. Where's Shoma?
No. I converted the letters to numbers and checked the coordinates.
It's an area in the Pacific Ocean. No land around. I don't think those coordinates are where the plan is happening.
Then where could it be?
Oh, I remember something Bibi said earlier. The culprit who killed Uru and Tokiko. Maybe they have a clue.
Yeah. Do people know who that is? I know I'd said Ryuki before, but if he's here helping, I don't know if that's the case. If it's not him, and it has to be someone we know already. I don't know. The only other person who was kind of weird, especially when I think about the like sync that we did with them, is Amame. I'm not really sure of who else it might be.
Well, in that case, there is one person. I don't know if they're the culprit, but they might have some valuable information.
Who?
I didn't know where to find them before, but I've got a good idea now. That person, she's probably with Shoma.
Is it gonna be Amame? Unless it's Shoma's mom and there's just like another random person we're being introduced to.
I understand.
Okay.
I'll tell you the truth.
Big sis!
Amame.
The corpse in the freezer at Brahmin. I'm the reason it's there. It's my fault. 6 years ago, February 11th, my father called me here.
Right, we know this part.
Shoma wasn't here. Only my father would have a corpse.
Mame told us that Jin's body was hidden under the floor. The same body half that was in the suitcase. Mame said she'd take care of it. She brought it again and they stored it in the freezer.
Genny didn't do anything wrong. I asked him to do it. And Shoma has nothing to do with this. He just found out too.
Mame, that's not what we're here to ask.
We're looking for the person who killed Terror and Tokiko.
What? Terror is dead?
It was the robot. I just find it funny that it zoomed in on the robot. Or maybe it's that bird in the corner. We didn't have time to explain everything. We told them about Terra's identity and the nirvanA initiative as quickly as we could.
You can tell us more about what you know at the station.
Amame, will you come with us?
No, no! I don't care what you say. You can't take Big Sis away.
I agree with Shoma. I don't want you taking Amame away.
Even if it means we're gonna friggin' save literally everybody. Have fun with the TC purge or whatever.
We just want to talk.
Wait, Amame, did you kill Terror and Tokiko?
Okay, then that would explain why she would be not wanting to go.
Amame didn't kill anyone.
Amame? The reason we want to talk to Mame.
Mame, you know something important, don't you? Something about the nirvanA Initiative and terror. Maybe something about Tokiko.
Or that you killed them, or you know who kills them, or like literally anything.
That's what we're here to find out.
6 years ago on February 13th.
6 years ago on February 13th, you saw terror, didn't you, Mame?
Yes.
At Studio Devita?
What happened back then? What did he say?
Yeah, she didn't, like, say a lot.
You still haven't told us. I looked into her head yesterday, but there was nothing on what happened at Devita.
Okay. So was yesterday the weird sync that I was referring to? Because I think that was something that happened in the present, if I'm not mistaken, when I looked at that, like, timeline thing.
But in the Somnium, Mame said...
nirvanA. Collected. Genocide.
Yeah.
Which would mean you know something about the nirvanA Initiative.
February 10th this year.
5 days ago, on February 10th. Did you meet with Tokiko? We don't have hard evidence, but a witness saw you.
Anyway, Mame headed into Horadori Institute by herself. I saw another person follow her in right after. It was Tokiko. Tokiko Shigure, president of NICE Japan.
Wait, hold on. I missed. Headed into Horadori Institute. Okay. February 12th.
Ryuki looked into Tokiko's head. 3 days ago, on February 12th, he saw Tokiko threatening someone.
I saw everything. If you don't do as I say, I'm sure you know where this is going.
Oh, was the person that she was talking to a Mame?
Could Tokiko have been threatening...
If you don't do as I say...
You, Mame?
About Komeiji.
Well...
I know this is a touchy subject, so let me say it. Terror killed Komeiji, your father. It stands to reason that you absolutely despise Terror.
Are you saying she killed him?
That's ridiculous.
She's not saying anything, so, like... Who am I talking to? Why are you protecting her?
I won't let you. She's my sister.
You, like, never talked about her.
But we're not here to arrest Mame.
The statute of limitations for abandoning a corpse is 3 years.
She can't be prosecuted for hiding a body 6 years ago.
But... I have a bad feeling.
A bad feeling?
If she's not guilty of anything, then that's all the more reason you can't take her. I'm not gonna let anyone drag her away. I already lost my dad. If you take Big Sis, When I was in 1st grade, Big Sis gave me a radio-controlled toy. That's how I got into building things. She took me to robot expos, bought me books and parts, and she's working hard to save money to send me to college. These last 6 years have been hell. It was hard and painful. Sometimes I wanted to die, but she's always cheered me up and supported me.
So has she been the one, like, taking care of him? Where's your mom?
During all of the gene therapy.
Big Sis always protected me. Now it's my turn to protect her. She's more important to me than my own life. So, if you're gonna take her, you're gonna have to kill me first.
Why don't we just take you both? Why don't you just come with?
Shoma.
Shoma.
Do you hate Terror, the man who killed your father? Terror's plan is still ongoing. The nirvanA Initiative? It's going to bring Nai's madness to the whole world. We need to talk to Mame in order to stop it. Do you want Terror to win? Don't you want to stop his plan? Destroy his ambitions? Isn't that the only way to get closure for your father's death? If you resent Terror, if you want revenge, please.
Or,
We need your help, Shoma.
even better, if you literally care about anyone who exists right now then help us, because if you don't help us, there's a chance that everyone is going to die by getting TC Purge. Hello?
Sorry. I can't let you do that. I came here to protect Amame. Date. If only you didn't find the body in the freezer.
I'm trying to tell you, we're not here to arrest anyone.
But I just can't let you.
They're just being difficult to be difficult. This is actually kind of annoying.
You're not making any sense.
Hold on. Are you hiding something?
Yes, they are.
Amame accepted every part of me. She saw me for who I was. It wasn't out of pity or sympathy. Her accepting me came naturally, like it was nothing. I've never met anyone like her, and I need to care for her the way she's cared for me. I promise to protect Amame, so I can't let you.
Kenny. That's all the more reason then.
If you really have those feelings for her,
Then let her come with us, or else she's gonna get TC Purge.
If we do nothing, Terror will accomplish his mission.
A terrible virus is going to spread.
the world will devolve into chaos. No one will be safe.
Not even Amame.
No.
So you need to help us.
We need Mame's information to stop this plan.
Amame must know something.
Are you okay with ruining her future?
Don't you want to protect her?
Then please.
Who am I talking to?
We don't have much time. We need to do something about Shoma and Genny.
By the
Did
way,
you get rid of the Cleone in the fridge?
what?
No.
What? Are you okay?
What? The TC Purge? I told you already. I've developed a resistance to it.
But your brain's neurons were still affected, right?
Yeah, but those symptoms are being held in check with some special medicine.
It's not mass-produced, so we can't give it to too many people, if that's what you're thinking.
Who are we talking? Are we talking to the robot? Hello?
You finished that robot, right?
Oh, yeah.
You named it Robo-G, huh?
Yeah. It's the second one, like a second child, so I named him Robo-G. He's much more powerful than before. It can hold so much more weight than the previous model. Wait a minute, who cares? Could you people just leave?
What's in the closet?
No way.
Are those the rockets?
A thermite bomb.
Oh.
What?
You're right.
It sure is.
That little... Hey, Shoma, what is this?
It's a bomb. A thermite bomb.
I know that.
Then why did you ask?
Why is it here?
I made it.
You made it?
Thermite reactions are pretty simple. You can make one easily using common products.
But why did you make it?
Well, to get revenge for my dad. I wanted to get Terror.
You were going to use this on him?
Yeah, but I guess it has no use now. Terror is dead, right?
God damn it. You just made the situation so much worse.
Let's decide what to do about that later.
Right. There is a more pressing issue.
Yeah, are we gonna like... What's going on here?
What are we going to do?
I feel like I am going to end the episode here. I've gone on a little bit longer than I normally would, so maybe next time we'll actually make some progress as to getting to talk to Amame about literally anything. But yeah, it's nice to have a lot of the characters actually coming together and sharing information. I like being able to see Ryuki again. I missed him. I think playing as Ryuki and Tama was probably part of like my favorite parts about this game, just because like I like his character and I enjoy Tama. But yeah. So next time, hopefully we get some more information. And I hope you guys have a good day, evening, and night. And I'll see you next time. Bye.